Hi there, this is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you from stampingjourney.com. Wanted to share some things. We're talking on Tuesday at 2. I have a sleeper set. I have a couple of little things to show you and a wonderful stamp set I want to share with you that I call, hi Marlene, that I call the sleeper set. Whenever a new catalog comes out, I always think that there's one set that maybe people don't gravitate to right away because it doesn't have matching punches or dies or, you know, whatever. But this is one set that I called right away that it was my sleeper set. So we're going to play with that. The set is called Beauty and Joy, and it's in the holiday catalog. Also, from last week, thank you, Deanne. She was picked for sharing my video. So she will receive the card that I made last week, the Deck the Halls card. So I will get that in the mail, or I'll see her in a class. So thank you for sharing. I'm asking everybody to share the video. On the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little share button. And if you do that, it'll just go out to your friends. If they don't want to watch it, they don't have to, but I'd appreciate it if you would share my video for me. We're just doing a little more of that. Also, you see flowers behind me. Tomorrow, Peter and I will be married 43 years. So Travis and Tammy sent us some flowers that we got this afternoon that are just beautiful. This weekend, we're going to go away. My sister Marlene, who's watching, is gracious enough to come in and watch our dogs and cat, the devil cat, and watch the puppies for us. So we're going to go to Cedarburg, where we've spent many anniversaries, and we love going to the Washington House and just kind of having a quiet little time to celebrate our anniversary. So with all that said, if you come on, please leave a message so that I know that you've been here. Otherwise, it says how many people are watching, but it doesn't tell me who, and I'd like to know. So I'm hoping more people join or watch later according to what your schedules are, and please share my video. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around. I'm going to share with you some of the designer paper that we're going to be working with today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn the camera around right here. So you'll see all my little things there. And we're going to come down here. And I'm going to try to bring it in a little bit more like that. Okay. Whoops. Oh boy. I don't want to make you dizzy here. Sorry if I am. There we go. Oh my. My light just burnt out. Ah! Everything live, you know. Oh boy. Well, hi Patty. My light bulb just burned out. I bumped it and it burned out. So it might be a little dark. I'm going to move this up here a little bit, and hopefully you guys can still watch. Okay. So sorry about that. We're working in the dark a little bit. So this is the paper that we're going to use, and it's called Come to Gather. So it's in the holiday book on page 48. And I'm going to show you on the back, there's sticky stuff on here. So I'm opening up my paper, and I like to keep my paper in this container. Some of them I have, when I get more scraps, I have another one, but if you want to keep it in, but you keep hitting this sticky piece, if you take your embossing buddy and just pat it along there, it will no longer stick. So you can do that, and then you can tuck it in so that you can take your paper in and out, keep it on with the cardboard. And then also one thing I want you to take note of here is that on the back of the paper, I'm trying to get it where you can see it, you can see that it has the name of the paper, but then underneath here, it also has all of the colors that match. So even if I take it out of here, I like to keep that part of the cardboard that it comes with, just so I know without having to guess what colors match. So you get, let's see here, 12 sheets of paper, 2 of each double-sided designs. So I just want to Oh, everybody loves that gingham. I just think that's so pretty, and I love that it's a small, tiny check. The other thing we were talking about, and this, here we go, beautiful. When I pick out my paper for a project, I pick out the item that I'm highlighting. Like in this case, we're going to have a tree with some leaves on it. I try to match my paper with a small print if I have a small design. So like I wouldn't use, this is the card we're gonna do. I wouldn't use a paper DSP that's this big of a print with this little tiny leaf. To me, I mean, that would be unacceptable for me. So I try to keep that. This is the print we're gonna use today in the card. I think it's so pretty. So, and it's very delicate. You know, it's a smaller, nice, delicate print. This is nice and small too. And oh, thank you, Stampin' Up. I love wood grain, love the wood grain. So again, that's what we're using some of the wood grain today. And then I love this little polka dot. It's, the paper sort of looks like linen. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks almost like linen. And then here's the back side, which I totally love too, but it's a rather large print for the project we're working on, so we're going to use this little dot. So that's that. Ta-da. See, if my monkeys were here, they could get me a light bulb, but sorry. So what we're going to start out with, we're going to do, we did this card today in techniques class, and it's called the baby wipe technique. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this technique. What I'm doing is I took a baby wipe and I'm folding it up. I feel very domesticated. It's like folding up your ta-da, ta-da. Fold it up into a nice little square there. And I'm going to be stamping these leaves on there. So what I'm doing is I'm taking 4 different colors of our re-inkers. It's a great way to use your re-inkers. And I just need that color to be concentrated in this area. So I don't need to put my ink way out here. I just want it concentrated where my leaves are going to go. So I'm going to put my ink in here. I'm starting out with my dark. Just a bunch of color in there. And here, put this in. So I'm giving it a lot of ink, because I'm going to stamp it on the front of the card, and I'm also going to stamp it on the inside. So it looks like a pile of leaves there. So I'm giving it quite a bit of ink. And we're going to put in a little, I'm using crushed curry, mango melody, pumpkin pie, and Mary Merlot, which is also the base of the card. So we used that Mary Merlot. Okay, so I'm going to move those off to the side. I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to quickly stamp on, I'm going to move that over, the pot that the plant is sitting in, so that I know where to put my leaves. So I'm just going to put this towards the bottom of the cardstock. There we go. And that's in Mary Merlot. And then you can see, this is one of our new distinctive stamps. So it has highlights, light and dark on it. I love these new stamps. They're just, it's just beautiful. And then I have my little stem. So I'm gonna try to get that lined up there. Ta-da, there we go. I'm gonna move that over. Okay, now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna ink it up, and I'm gonna first test it out on my paper. Okay, so I think I have enough ink in there, and I'm just kind of tapping it around, and then I'm gonna line this up on my paper here. Ta-da! Ta-da! There we go, a nice pile of fall leaves. Here's the inside piece. Let me grab this over here so I can stamp it 2 more times. I'm going to move that over. And I just put at the bottom, pick up more ink, and I just stamped it like that. So it just looked like more two piles of leaves here. I might have to stamp it one more time here to get all the way over on the edge. Ta-da! There we go. That's the baby wipe technique. Now, in the old days, we would do a baby wipe technique. You'd maybe put 3 different colors on, and you could swipe it across cardstock and do that kind of thing. But this is a nice way, without using daubers, of getting multiple colors on your cardstock without having to, I'm going to put this over here because I'm going to stamp the sentiment in here. Without having to use the daubers. You're just using baby wipes, and it's a great way to use your re-inkers. So I love that idea. Now the verse in here is, may your day bloom with beauty and joy, which, thank you, Tammy and Travis, it has, because we have those beautiful flowers that we're enjoying that just came in. I'm going to stamp that down. There we go. Ta-da! Pretty fast. All right, so I'll start putting this together, and then we will, I have to cut out the, come on. I always have a new glue ready, because that's my nightmare, is that I'm thinking my glue's not going to come out. Everybody's waiting for me and I can't glue. So here we go. I'm putting my green glue on here. There we go. And this way the inside of the card will be done. I did cut this card so that it would open vertically instead of horizontally. So it's 4 1/4 by 11. So here we go. So it would open this way. I just think once in a while it's nice to have it a little bit different. So I'm going to put this inside so that piece is done and out of my way. I can't accidentally get color on it or mess it up, which, you know, it can happen sometimes when you have ink pads open and different things going on. So there we go. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay, inside of my card is done. Now, when we were talking about the different patterns, these are the patterns that I chose, and I have them all cut and ready to go. Originally, I was looking at putting these, I put them on early espresso. Originally, I was going to put them on this gray granite, so I want to show you, this is what we end up with. But I started out with the gray granite because I thought it kind of coordinated well with that, but it was washed out. This one popped out, of course, but that was, I wasn't happy with that. So after I had it all cut and ready to go, I was like, we're scrapping the gray granite. We'll use that another day, but we're going to put it on a dark piece. Some of my things, I think, I used to do quilting like 100 years ago. Marlene and I used to take quilting classes. That's one of my sisters, and we had so much fun doing that. But I think that kind of helps with the layouts and some of the colors and why I pick some of the things I pick to do because of that background. I always have to turn things to the side. I don't know why. I don't know. Just kind of looking. I'm again just lining up so that I have 3 even sides here. And I'll take the big piece and put the glue on. There we go. Move that over a little bit. And now I'm just trying to line it up with the designer paper I already put on. Moving it over a little to the side. There we go. And one last piece. A little green glue. Okay. And I'm so happy with love the wood grain. Okay, there we go. Okay, ta-da. So I have that all set, and again, I'm gonna glue this up, get it out of my way so I can't do anything to it. Here we go. And put it on my card base. If you share my video today, you will receive this card just in time to give out to someone for fall, for Thanksgiving. Okay, there's that. All right, so now I want to talk about the framelits. So I have here this pretty little frame for my verse. And that comes from, of all things, a Halloween set, Ornate Frames. So that is on page 53 of the holiday catalog. So I'm gonna just turn the page and kind of show you. So here it is, these Ornate Frames. Hi Allie, how are you? And here they all are. So there's 11 frames on here. It's $34. Yes, they show for a Halloween, but I'm telling you, you are going to want these for every card because they're so versatile. So I used this, where'd I put it? My little piece I already cut out. So this is the frame here that I used for this delicate little cutout. And what I learned is that this verse inside here, we can stamp here. I'm going to stamp it in the Mary Merlot. Oops, come on, get a nice inking there. I'm going to stamp it in the Mary Merlot, like that. And then our classic label punch, you turn upside down to punch it so you can see where you're going. And I just put it, I centered it there in the middle. And I punch it out. Do I have it centered? I think I need to come down a little bit. I'm trying to not have it face me. Boink, there we go. And if you take your paper snips, where did I put mine? Here they are. And cut this out, and I cut it out right by the words. I'm just gonna cut off the ends. It's a lot easier than trying to stamp on a little skinny piece of paper, cardstock. And then it's gonna fit right on there. So voila, you have the perfect framing using that classic label punch. So I'm gonna just put this on here, a little bit of glue. There we go. I love these frames. I used them on 2 of the cards we did today. And so I'm telling people, even if you don't do Halloween, you know, you can use the frames on everything because they're beautiful and ornate, and you just hold them over your the image that you want to cut out and see if it fits. So there we go. So I have that all set. Now I do need to cut out our tree image. So I'm going to bring the Big Shot over here. There we go. Don't get that on there. Okay. And I'm using, of course, our stitched dies, which I just dearly love and use all the time. There we go. So I'm putting that on, trying to get it straight. There we go. And I'll cut that out, run it through, and run it back just for good measure. It cuts it good. All right, and take this out of our way. There we go. And then pull that away. And ta-da! Then you have this nice little stitched edge. Can you see that? Yeah, there we go. Nice little stitched edge on it. I think it just gives it a little extra something. So we're going to take, I had already used our oval framelets, and I cut out the Mary Merlot for an oval to frame this in. I generally I like to frame everything in with a darker color. And whoops, I'm pushing it right out of my way. There we go. Lovely. And we're going to finish off the card. I want to have some depth to the card, so I'm using dimensionals on here. And I like to use a good amount of them because this is 2 layers of cardstock, and I want it to, oops, stay there nicely. Stay in place and not kind of sink down. There we go. Ta-da, ta-da. And then I'm also going to put dimensionals on the verse here because I wanted that to be popped up also. So I'm going to pull those over, layer that in. We just put 2 of them on there. There we go. There, ta-da. These are the pieces I throw off to the side so I can use my new vacuum cleaner to the best of its advantage. There we go. I talked about this every time. I bought two, one for upstairs, one's for downstairs, cordless vacuums. Love that. And then I'm just gonna center this in here. Ta-da, ta-da. So if you share the video, you could get this card in the mail. Here, I'm gonna put this on here. And then one last touch, because it needed a little something something, is I used our metallic pearls. Now they come in gold and silver. Silver and gold. Sounds like a Christmas song. I chose to use the silver. I think I was thinking more of the background gray, kind of gray tones, but certainly the gold would have looked nice too. I put it right on the side here by the verse. There we go. And I thought it mimicked the little dots here, so it all sort of went together, accidentally on purpose, right? There we go. Ta-da! So there's my card. So they look different. However, you have your color on the baby wipe. You're going to pull out different colors. Some were more yellow, some were, the darker with the Mary Merlot, but all pretty, just like the leaves outside. So there you go. If you share my video, you will get this card. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn this around here, and let's see here. Let me turn it around. There we go. Now you see the ceiling. Now you see me. Hello. See my pretty flowers in the background. And I wanted to thank everybody who came to my open house. Last Friday I had an open house when we had a lot of people. We did 4 different projects and got to play with some of the new products, which was a lot of fun. I think sometimes as much fun or more fun for me than everybody else, but I think they had a good time. And then also we had a simple journey. So, which is a day where you come and play with all my stamps and everything. It's a simple journey, so it's a $30 for the day from 9 to 5. I give you a simple lunch. Everybody knows I don't cook, so it's extremely simple. And we just kind of enjoy the day together in fellowship with the stamping and chatting and just it was a lot of fun. So I thank everybody for coming for that. I do have a big retreat coming up in November. You can check my stampingjourney.com for the dates on that. So I have a big retreat where it costs a little bit more, but you come and you get breakfast. My granddaughter comes and makes homemade blueberry lemon scones that, let me whisper, they're really good. Even if they're like wonderful, so it's become a favorite. So we do that. We have lunch, we have dinner, we have snacks, we have door prizes. I have fabulous projects designed specifically for that day for you. We have cards also, so there's just a lot going on for you to work on that day with us, and you just come back and just are pampered. Have a day of pampering and stamping and fun, and it's a great, everybody that's come has had a good time. So thank you for the open house. Check out stampingjourney.com, the drop-down list for my classes and for the retreat that I have coming up in November. And I hope you all have a great day. Remember, with prayer, what tomorrow was for a lot of people. That was on our 25th anniversary. So remembering all the people who lost their lives and who came to the rescue of others, many others, tomorrow is sort of a prayerful day. So keeping that in mind, but celebrating our anniversary, because that's life and going on and all the blessings we have with our sons and our grandchildren, and we've an overabundance of good things. So thank you for joining me today. I will be back next Tuesday. I think I'll probably be doing a Christmas card next week, so I hope you join me again. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.